Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, 5th day of March, 7th day of Adar. 7th of Adar is the birth date and also the yahrzeit, the day that Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe, our teacher, passed away. And I want to tell you a very important halacha and fact. And also, let's tie that into Moshe Rabbeinu's yahrzeit. Here goes. You know that there's a very important word that doesn't show up at all in the Megillah. One very important word that doesn't show up anywhere in the Megillah, and that's the name of God. It doesn't show up anywhere in the entire Megillah. That's so strange because it's a miraculous story, the story of Purim. It's the story of God saving the Jewish people, and yet his name doesn't show up anywhere in the story. And that needs some explaining. Why is the name God hidden from the Megillah? And one simple explanation is this. You see, when you look at a story like the story of Hanukkah, that's an open miracle. A flask of oil that should only have lasted one day lasted 8 days. That's an open miracle. But then there are miracles that are hidden, and that's our punchline today. Purim is a hidden miracle. Oh, certainly it was amazing that Mordechai looked like he was going to be hung. The Jews were in trouble. Haman looked like he was going to be on the up and up, and boom, v'napochu, everything got turned around. And suddenly Haman's being hung, and Mordechai's the hero. God, of course, was orchestrating that, but not in an open way, because there was no split sea, there was no flask of oil burning extra long, just the hand of God hidden behind the scenes, pulling all of the strings, helping it all happen. That's the theme of the story of Purim. Hidden miracles. Hence, God's name is hidden throughout the entire Megillah. You know, it does say Hamelach a lot of times in the Megillah, which means the king. Like it says, and that night the king couldn't sleep. That's actually referring to, some say, referring to God. God said, I'm not acting sleepy anymore. I'm stepping into the story, and I'm going to make Haman fall and Mordechai rise. And that's Hamelach, the king who couldn't sleep, who steps into the story, but in a hidden way. No open miracle, right? No split sea, no anything of the sort. That's how God operated throughout the Purim story. Now, interestingly, when the Gemara asks where is the story of Esther hidden anywhere in our Torah, the Gemara answers it's hidden in the words Anochi hastir astir panai bayomahu. There will be days, times when I will hide my face, says God, like in the story of Purim, where God says, I'll look out for my Jewish people, but in a hidden way. And God does that. He sometimes hides his face and looks out for us in a hidden way. And that happened in the Esther story. So in Esther's name is hidden this theme right here, that sometimes God from the shadows orchestrates. Actually, he always orchestrates. But sometimes from the shadows, we still get to notice it, like in the Purim story, like I'm telling you right now, saying God orchestrated all of that and made it that Haman would fall and Mordechai would rise, etc. And that's why God's name is hidden in the Megillah, because that's the theme of how he wanted to operate in the time of the Purim story. Interestingly, a similar thing happened to Moshe. From the time that Moshe appears at the beginning of Shmos till the time of his passing on the 7th of Adar, that's this date, Moshe Rabbeinu's name is mentioned in every parsha except the parsha of Tetzaveh. Because one time Moshe said, God, if you're thinking of wiping out the Jewish people, erase me from this Torah. And God said, I will erase you from one parsha of the Torah, Parshas Tetzaveh, the parsha that often comes out, not always, but often comes out with Parshas Zachor, the parsha where we eradicate Amalek. Moshe's name is left out of the parsha of Tetzaveh, right when we're remembering Amalek. So interestingly how that ties together. That's how it was on my bar mitzvah. It was the parsha of Tetzaveh and the parsha of Zachor at the same time, where Moshe Rabbeinu is left out in this hidden way, because God says, sometimes I will hide my name. So anyway, there's your answer for today. God's name is hidden in the Megillah because these are hidden miracles that we highlight during the holiday of Purim. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.